Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I got a question for everyone. Which influencers have you heard of? Have you heard of Mr. Beast or Jake Paul or the Kardashians? Or have you heard of Ray Dalio or Robert Kiyosaki or Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, right? It's interesting because the last 20 years of my life, up until maybe a year or two ago, I had never even heard of Mr. Beast. I had never heard of the Kardashians. And I just recently heard about Jake Paul with this Mike Tyson fight that just came out recently, right? Why am I saying this? Well, who are the people that you're paying attention to and spending time watching content or reading content for that matter? Well, it's going to structure your insight into the world, right? And your strategy with the world around you, right? So let me ask you this. Is Mr. Beast giving you a strategy for building wealth? Are the Kardashians giving you an outlook into the vision of the world or the country or a particular market? Are they doing that like in these shows? I tend to not think so, right? If you want to build wealth, you need to understand and have strategy in order to build conviction when you're making a bet on something, all right? If you're betting on something like, let's say, the United States of America, you might want to pay attention to who Ray Dalio is and what he's talking about. He's talking about macroeconomics. And where do you find this stuff, right? Do you find these wealthy people pushing out on social media their content? No. They're not looking for you. They already have written the content. You need to go seek them and find that wisdom. How much wisdom are you getting from Mr. Beast or Jake Paul or the Kardashians? Think about it. Are you getting any wisdom from those people? No. You're not getting wisdom from those people. It's just entertainment. It just turns your brain to mush. Okay? Find influencers that expand your brain. Okay? I'll give you a couple of pretty good examples of where you can find some good information. The first kind of book that got me motivated, this was like maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago I read this book, still have it. I really should reread it. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book talks about liabilities versus assets. Super important. It's an easy read. It's like, took me maybe a couple days, piece of cake. Another book, if you want to learn about macroeconomics and how, if you're really investing in the broader stock market, Ray Dalio Principles. It talks about business cycles, how countries rise and fall. Really good book. What's another one? The Google Story. You know, if you're into entrepreneur type stuff, if you're building a business, just learning about, you know, how the Google guys started. Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson, great biography about him. Talks a lot about entrepreneurship, like I said. And another book that I don't have, I let someone borrow, is the one he wrote on Elon Musk. Hate him or love him, Elon Musk, he knows how to run a company efficiently, effectively. He's a big salesman, but I'll tell you what, he knows how to hustle. So something to think about there. So again, you know, the media you consume is important. That's why I'm in my media room with all my records, right? Media. We all consume media in different ways. Some of it's entertainment, some of it's music, some of it's books, and some of it's YouTube. In my prior video, I talked about YouTube and how there's tons of wisdom on there, right? And how you search for that wisdom matters, right? If you're searching Mr. Beast, you're just going to find mush entertainment. I also think it's important to pay attention to the influencers that you're subscribed to on YouTube. I've got 3 good ones for me that I like. For stocks, I use Jeremy Lefebvre, and his channel is called Financial Education. Really good insight into stocks and valuation and things like that. I also listen to this Uneducated Economist channel. It's a guy that does all these videos in his beater truck, and he talks about the macro and the Fed. It's really good stuff if you like to hear the macroeconomic side of things. And then the All-in-One podcast, it's these 4 tech moguls. They're all entrepreneurs. They're billionaires probably, maybe millionaires. And, they just have good insight into AI, stocks, some politics as well. Kind of interesting. A little bit of entertainment there, I would suppose, but they got some good insights into where things are going sometimes. But, let me know what you guys think. Who are your influencers that you're on YouTube watching? I think as well, it's probably a good thing to review who you're subscribed to and decide, like, is that someone I want to spend time watching, right? That's important. You should purge your YouTube subscriptions every so often. Manage it, right? It's wisdom. You got to manage that wisdom. It's kind of crazy, right? There's so much wisdom out there. You do have to manage it, right? So, and the same thing with books, you got to manage what you're buying at the bookstore, right? Or on Amazon. So anyways, if you were to walk down any affluent street in America or in the world, most wealthy people, they couldn't tell you one video Mr. Beast has or Jake Paul has or the Kardashians. They couldn't tell you. Because you know why? They're busy building wealth. They're not busy wasting their time on mush entertainment. They're busy reading these books about how wealthy people built wealth and kept it. All right. So I'm going to do a few more videos about media consumption because there's other things as well, right? Learning about influencers is one thing, but there's plenty of other media that we all consume. So we'll talk about that in a future video. But anyways, I just want to give you a little taste of what I'm thinking about. I'm going to go into a little bit about media. And if you could check out the video over here about my prior video about YouTube and how there's tons of wisdom here, that'd be great. Thanks and have a great day.